Figure it out.
Hello, this is Adam Koralik with Figure It Out Productions. The following video is part of our Quick Shoot series.
Hey guys, so I have a little bit of a treat here. Alright, so I'm in a Goodwill, well not a Goodwill, it's like a Goodwill, it was a thrift store up in Madison, Wisconsin. I go up there all the time. And so I wander into this thrift store, and I'm always looking out for the video game sections, you know, the random electronics. You can always find some cool stuff there. And I saw this Xbox, and I saw a bunch of other Xboxes, and I bought this one. And I'm sure you're thinking, Adam, didn't you just post like a video a little while ago where you cleaned up 2 of those things? Do you really need another one? I know you have more than that. And you'd be totally right. I did not need it. The thing that caught my eye was this, the bottom of the Xbox. You see that? That's abnormal. That, my friends, is signs of a mod chip. And at the bottom, you can actually see, hang on a second there, sorry, you can actually see text that says what these switches on it do. They enable, disable, protect, unprotect, bank 1, bank 2. I have no idea if this thing works or not. I just saw that and went, a modded Xbox, that could be full of all sorts of little treasures, assuming it works. And I was really surprised to see a modded Xbox just sitting in a thrift store. So I picked it up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open it up, I'm going to clean it up, take care of it and all that, and then I'll I'll let you know if I see anything interesting inside, and I'll show you the end result and see if it's working or not, or hopefully if cleaning it will make it work, who knows. I won't bother with showing you the cleaning process because I did do a video where I cleaned up an Xbox, so you don't need to see that again. But yeah, let's see if this works, because I paid $15.50, which is, it's not great for an Xbox, but for a modded one, that's kind of a good deal. Okay, so I've got the lid off, and unfortunately I'm a little bit disappointed, because I had no idea what kind of additional hardware modifications there might be inside this thing. The hard drive is the standard issue hard drive. For those who don't know, you can put like a 300 gigabyte or, really big hard drives, or at least at the time it was really big, hard drives into these things so that they can do all sorts of cool things like rip games and have emulators and so on. This is the standard. I think the Xbox had like a 4 gigabyte hard drive, not very big. This is the standard issue one. And the CD drive is a Thompson model drive, which is one of the standard issue Xbox drives. You can also upgrade these. There's a really good Samsung drive that works in these things that has better read speeds and is more compatible with other disk formats, including CDRs. And they didn't upgrade the IDE cables either. You can upgrade these, and so the read speeds are all better, which sucks, but whatever. I'm not really complaining. So now I'm going to take it apart, and we'll get a look at the mod chip. Okay, so I've taken it apart here, and it looks like that's the mod chip right there, modded or soldered like right onto the side of this thing, and it was just connected to multiple points, which is pretty cool. Doesn't really tell me what kind of mod chip it was. Then again, I don't know a whole lot about electronics. I don't know a whole lot about chipsets. So yeah, who knows? I don't know how if it's working. It must be working. I would assume so, but who knows? So I'm just going to go ahead and do what I know how to do, which is clean the thing up, and we'll just hope for the best. And then, assuming I can turn it on, we'll see what we learn from that. Okay, guys, I have the system all set up now. It's looking pretty good. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show it to you in action, because I've already tested it out, because I didn't really want to waste any of your time, and figuring this out on camera took forever, so I'm just scrapping that idea. So right now I have the mod chip disabled. So I turn it on, and you'll see there's a red light there. That means that the mod chip is getting power, but that it's not really doing anything. You'll also notice there's actually a blue light installed on it, which is pretty cool. But yeah, so we know the mod chip's active. But there you go. You see the main screen. This is the normal Xbox boot up, and everything works fine. And now if I open up the disc tray, I can put in a copy of Halo. This is a legitimate copy. And there, of course, is a burn copy that I made. So that's legal. It's a backup. And we go back over here, and of course the game will work as soon as we give it a second to load. There you go. Yeah, there you go. There's the Microsoft screen. Halo works just fine. Now I'll eject the game, because obviously this is not about Halo. Now, if I put the burned game in right now, it will not do anything. It'll just say, oh, the game doesn't work. So that's fine. We turn off the system,
Now we go ahead and we switch this to enabled, and then power it up. And now you'll see the light is actually green. The light over here, however, does not change. It's still blue, which is just kind of cool. Something that I feel like you could have taken more advantage of. But anyway, we'll go back over here, and now we'll see that the operating system is actually totally different. It's Evolution X, which is a pretty cool operating system. And it has all sorts of cool features. First of all, you can play a game from the DVD drive. You can play games from the hard drive, which is kind of cool because I checked it out and someone had ripped Burnout 3, a game I already own, to the hard drive, which is nice, but kind of pointless. You know, because this thing only has a 4 GB hard drive, so you can really only install like one game, and that's it. Game trainers, you know, think of this like codes. This is like Game Shark for the Xbox. It's a pretty cool feature, actually. DVD player, this is a region-free version, so you play DVDs from all around the world, not just in your own region. Emulators, you know, this allows you to, you'd have to install them yourself, there's none on here, but you can put on like a Sega Genesis emulator, a Super Nintendo emulator, etc. Whatever's been written for the Xbox. There's a few, as I recall, there's Sega Master System, there's Xbox, there's a PS1 emulator, I think, Genesis, Master System, Game Gear, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, and you know, there's a whole bunch of them. A lot of the cartridge systems, really. Media players, you know, you can play movies, AVIs, MPEGs, etc., but this is kind of outdated. System management, this is just like options to, you know, change your video settings, you know, change your data, or, you know, to erase files and change skins, you know, all that kind of stuff. And then you can just reboot the Xbox or turn it off. So, all cool things. But right now what we're going to do is I'm going to show you that it's, I mean, you can see it's working, but I'll actually show it playing a burned game. Go ahead and put in this burned copy of Halo. Again, that's a legit copy. That was obviously the burned copy. And we just go up here, we say play games from DVD-ROM, and click on that, and there you go. It just loads right from there. No, you'll see in a second. There you go. Same screen you saw a moment ago. Well, on the legit copy. And there you go. Now, interestingly, I can't, I mean, I can take the disc out, but it would keep trying to play it if I just ejected it. So you have to turn it off and then eject it. It doesn't reset back to the operating system when you do that, which is kind of weird, but not really that big of a deal. And I guess finally what I'll show you is playing games from the hard drive, and since Burnout 3 is obviously what's on there, I'll just click that. And again, I own Burnout 3. But yeah, you can see there's no disc in there, but the game's obviously working, because it's just reading it straight off the hard drive. Yeah, alright, you get it. And the great thing about reading games from the hard drive, of course, is that it's much faster than reading games off the CD drive, so that's always cool. So I guess if there's a game, in the case of this Xbox, because, you know, it's only got 4 gigs on it, if there was a game I was planning to play and I knew I was going to be playing it for a really long time, then I'd rip it first and then play it, because then it would save time on loading. But, you know, it's not practical to rip a ton of games, because you can't do that. It's really too bad, because I was hoping when I saw that mod chip there that, and, you know, I was really hoping that they had went, you know, balls to the wall and just really put a whole lot of stuff in there, because I think I mentioned this earlier, you can put in a big hard drive to rip, you know, tons and tons of games. You can upgrade the CD drive to have faster read times and to read CDRs if that's something you want. That was a little bit more useful like 10 years ago. You can also actually upgrade the RAM, but that's a pretty difficult mod. I have another modded Xbox similar to this, and all of that was upgraded except the RAM, because that's a really hard mod apparently. You can also upgrade the IDE cables so that, you know, data will transfer faster, so that's pretty cool. This one, however, runs better than my other modded Xbox, so that's nice. It just runs more efficiently. So, yeah, not a bad pickup, and keep that in mind, guys. You know, if you go to a Goodwill or whatever, and you see an Xbox or something like that with just, like, some random-looking thing like that, you know, check it out. That might be something worth having. I mean, for the amount I paid for it, pretty good deal. Thanks for watching, everybody.